Hello there, my beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to your channel. This is your weekend reading for this weekend of April 25th to the 27th. Keep in mind that time is fluid, Pisces, and take what's yours, leave the rest behind, and most importantly, do not force a reading to fit. If it's not yours this time around, it just may not be yours, and that's okay. So let's start this reading off with a number to see what number Spirit is highlighting for you for the weekend. And you have Master number 33 with I am expanding. Any positive changes or projects you are considering right now will be well worth your while. Expect that your power to manifest will be heightened. All right, 33 Master number coming through for you, Pisces. For the weekend, now some of you have already started seeing the number 3. Some of you will definitely start seeing the 3s make their way into your energy. You do have a flying card here that is the eclipse in Cancer with acceptance, an emotional phase, or domestic development. So this card comes through when you are going to have that like light switch moment where there has been something that maybe you were having trouble with accepting or trouble with understanding. This weekend, you are going to find that energy of acceptance towards something. It could be something that's towards the home. It could be something towards connection to nurture, like nurturing vibes and things along those lines. It could just be something super random that you just couldn't understand, or you couldn't find it in your energy to accept something for how it is. And this weekend, you're finally going to reach that energy. Now, back to Master number 33 with I am expanding. You will see 3s when there is a manifestation that the universe wants you to focus on. 3 is the Trinity, body, mind, and soul. The energy of having a thought, having a feeling, and taking the action. So there's definitely some type of energy of an expansion of a manifestation. And I feel like, you know, with this eclipse in Cancer, some of you may be having this acceptance towards manifesting energy that it does take time. So let's see what your angel is. You have loved one in heaven. Thank you, loved ones in heaven, for drawing close at this time. So when this card comes through, there is a very specific passed on loved one that is trying to connect you around this time. This person could be a Cancer. This person could be somebody that you lived with when they were alive. This person could also have a connection to the number 3. Sometimes when this card comes through, there is some type of specifics in the readings where this passed on loved one is trying to give you an indication of who they are. So pay attention. This is a very individualized angel. When passed on loved one comes through, this is an individualized angel towards you. Only you are going to know who this person is. So pay attention to signs and synchronicities. You may see this person's birthday or their name or have a dream about a passed on loved one, but they are drawing close to you at this time to offer you guidance, protection, and anything else you may have been asking your angelic team for. Let's see, your Moonology card is Nothing is Yet Set in Stone with Mutable Moon. Interesting. Okay, so there's something going on here, Pisces, for you where like you feel like something is final. And I feel like there is this energy of you accepting what is happening right now and understanding that things can change for the future. So there could be something that's going on in your energy that feels like, can this change or will this change in the future? The universe is really guiding you to have present tense acceptance, like present moment, accept it for what it is. But keep that energy of that mutable moon and understanding, you know, it could be a slight paradox, right? Where it's like, well, you're telling me to accept the situation, but then you're telling me to understand that nothing is yet set in stone. Those energies slightly contradict each other and create a paradox. But, you know, life a lot of times has things that create paradoxes. And this is definitely one of them. So like the universe is kind of saying to you right now, in whatever sort of situation that this could be connecting to for you, accept what's happening right now in the moment, but keep in mind that things can always change. Actually, things will inevitably change. Change is one of the things that we are certain of in energy. So let's see what tea leaves are coming through here for you. Pisces, you have the staff. You will be taken care of in difficult times. Yep. Not surprised the staff is coming through. You also have the crown. Honor and respect will come to you. And you also have the rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. Look at this. Look at this. And it's rare that the tea leaves repeat themselves. Usually if I see repetitive words, it may be like this card is repeating what this card is saying. But the tea leaves have actually repeated a word. The tea leaves have repeated the word difficult. And both of these cards indicate you will be taken care of and the hardest part is over. And that's probably where your present moment acceptance is coming into play, where there was something difficult that you have recently gone through and the universe wants you to know that you're not going to feel this feeling forever. You're not going to feel like you're in a difficult situation forever. Things are going to change. Things will inevitably change. You know, that mutable moon coming through kind of gives me that indication, you know, Pisces, you are a mutable sign. Fellow mutable signs would be Gemini. Who else is a mutable sign that I cannot, I'm like drawing a blank in my brain, even though I know Sagittarius. And who the heck is the Earth? Mutable. Virgo. There you go. So with you getting the mutable moon coming through, this would be your energy. You know, Pisces, you've seen it happen throughout your life. You've seen changes come about. So although you are moving into acceptance of something that has occurred that was a difficult moment for you, the rainbow will come out again. Pay attention to symbolism around rainbows, staffs, crowns are coming through here for you. But let's see what your overall energy is from the tarot we have just breathed with the Four of Swords. So this is the energy of healing something and calming your energy down. It's almost like the calm after the storm. That's when a rainbow usually does come out, right? So there's definitely something here where you definitely have endured some type of storm. And now, you know, after a storm when everything is very still and everything is like weirdly peaceful, that looks like the energy that you're stepping into. And in this calm is where you will expand. In this calm is where you find the acceptance of the storm. So let's clarify this here for you. It's a very specific energy here. Let's see if we get some more details. And it looks like a passed on loved one has been helping you endure the weather. Literally endure the storm. Four of Swords with the Six of Pentacles as your overall energy. What's coming your way this weekend? The Three of Pentacles. Your influence is the Three of Cups. Look at that, 3-3. Your unexpected energy is the Empress. Number 3 again. Look at your internal spread. 3-3-3. Your advice is the Five of Cups. See? Look at your advice. And the big deck here that I use as the overall energy, this card says change your focus. So your advice is to not look at the difficult situation, the Three of Cups that have fallen over, but to see that there are 2 cups still standing. To see that there is hope, but you must turn around and perceive the hope. And your outcome is the Ace of Cups. So there is the rainbow that comes out after the storm. And it's very interesting that they use the Ace of Cups for you in your outcome. Because you do have this mutable moon. And yeah, despite there being other mutable signs, what's the element they're using in this card? Water. They're showing the ocean. So it looks like after a really difficult moment, there is going to be a renewal in your energy. And with the Empress coming through in your unexpected energy, it could be very surprising because of what you just went through. And I can't believe you have 33 master number and 333. in your spread. Really pay attention to these threes. All right, let's clarify this. Three of Pentacles of what's coming your way. Support. Three of Pentacles could be a conversation that is sparked to either create closure or compromise, a learning experience. You do have the Six of Pentacles clarifying the Four of Swords and your overall energy. So I kind of feel like you're taking a little bit of a break of physical energy. Yeah, there could be certain people that are here and want to be around you, or there's plans that are already made. But I feel like you just look like you need a moment to reset. And, you know, that may be just a couple hours or a day. You know, this is a weekend reading, which has multiple days in one. But I do feel like you're in this position of, I don't know, you just look like you just need a reset moment. You're like, all right, I've been doing a lot. Let me get back to myself for a second. But it's not like you're totally neglecting energies either, because you have the Three of Cups in your influence. So let's clarify. Three of Pentacles of what's coming your way, the Six of Swords, the Moon, and the Seven of Cups. Yeah, so I do feel like you look like you're distancing yourself from something or someone. Possibly the situation or connection that is connected to this difficult time. And it looks like it's weird. It's like as you create distance, it's like this person gets closer or this situation gets closer. So this is interesting. It's like you're creating distance, and it's like your distance is creating a mysterious aura about yourself here. You know, like say you show up to somewhere, Six of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Say you go somewhere every day or every week or something, and you're like, all right, I ain't going to go for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to do this. It's almost like where you were going or where you were placing your energy is like having a question mark towards you. They're like, wait, where did Pisces go? Where's Pisces energy? Why are they seem so distant? Something can feel your distance. Someone can feel your distance. But it looks like this is probably connected to that difficult time or difficult moment. Now, you do have the staff and the rainbow. There could have been two different things that caused you issues at the same time. But let's see. Three of Cups as your influence. We have the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, yeah, and the Sun. So some of you are distancing yourself from somebody that you didn't feel like. Three of Cups could be like a friend or like a dating experience. But it's almost like this person feels your distance. So it looks like you are distancing yourself from something or someone to refuel your own cup. But I don't get that this situation is gone forever. There it is. Mutable moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. Huh. Interesting. Let's see, the Empress as what's unexpected. Four of Wands, the Lovers, yeah, and the Page of Wands. It's so interesting here. Like you're distancing yourself from something or multiple different things, and it's only just making your energy more attracted to it. It's like what's that quote? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Something or someone has been putting you through it. And I know, like, you have the staff and the rainbow here. Could be two energies. And I don't feel like either of these energies are excluded from this attraction. I feel like it could happen on both levels. And they might be very unexpected. That you're like, why all of a sudden now I start distancing myself? Now you're happier. Now you're nicer to me. Now you care about me more. Now you're talking more. Like there's something here where you're like, Just breathe. Four of Swords. This is an inaction card. This card does not take action. Look at what they're doing in the card. They're reflecting with their own soul. So it's like you withdrawing your energy from a certain situation is creating a more magnetic pull that this situation or person has towards you. Huh. And it could actually push somebody to make an offer or to do something differently towards you. And I'm going to tell you something right now. That's energy work. That is energy work. When I had clients in person that would say to me, they're like, I'm trying so hard. I feel like I'm not getting anywhere with this situation or this person. I'm like, well, stop trying. And then after you stop trying, usually it's when things happen. So it's like releasing the codependency from the effort is going to almost create an effortless flow. So interesting here. Let's see. I haven't really felt a message like this come out in a while, and or if ever, at least for this year. Five of Cups in your advice with the Eight of Cups, the Queen of Swords, there's your distance, the Two of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. Yeah, there's something about your detachment that is expanding a situation without you really even doing anything. It's creating new vibrations because you're doing something differently, right? You're like, well, I'm always doing this. I'm always trying. I'm always trying to drop a hint, or I'm always trying to get this to work out for me, or I've been putting so much effort. And you're like, all right, you know what? Let me just take a back seat and see how the energy flows on its own. And it's going to change because of your, what's that? There's another quote I'm thinking of. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. There's something that you're doing here where you're like, all right, I'm just going to try something different because what I have been doing seems like it hasn't really been getting me anywhere. And this is very general. You're going to have to figure out where this correlates to you, if it does at all. And the Ace of Cups as your outcome with the Empress, another number 3. Jeez. The Hanged Man. See? This is your card. I love the Hanged Man. I love it. I studied a little bit of East Asian tarot, and how they view the Hanged Man is how I view the Hanged Man. And I just felt so validated when I read their interpretation of the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man has so much power because so little people have the capacity and the capability to truly change their perception. And the Hanged Man is your card, Pisces, because you are one of these zodiac signs that can shift. Why is that? You have 2 fish as your symbol. That means you are capable of being a totally different persona. You're capable of seeing something from a totally different angle. So the Empress coming through again to the Hanged Man. Now you have the Empress here twice. You saying, hey, look, I have self-respect. I'm going to sit on my throne, right? The crown is here. The crown is here. I'm going to sit on my throne. I shouldn't have to overdo it to get what I want. And that's exactly what gets you what you want. So let's see, on the Hanged Man, you have the Four of Cups. There you go. You're finally saying, I'm not going to do the same thing over and over again. Five of Swords. I'm going to give up on it. Three of Wands and anticipate what else is to come. And that's what's to come, the Ace of Cups. A new dynamic for this situation, or finally getting something new and something different after you have been doing the same thing and the same thing and the same thing. So I don't know if you're treating somebody differently or you're detaching from a situation or person differently, but you're doing something differently and it's going to create change. Because it looks like you maybe have finally accepted that, I don't know, what you were doing was just not really doing anything. But you're starting to do things differently. And look at that last card, Three of Wands. You have 33. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 threes came out in your spread. There is no other number in your spread that has repeated itself like the number 3s have. And that's your number. So there's things going on here, Pisces. There's things going on as you shift your energy. Something that you thought was totally unshiftable, and you're like, well, I ain't gonna try on this anymore. You are going to be very surprised. You're going to be very surprised what happens when you detach yourself. So, this is what I have here for you, Pisces. You do have the Ace of Cups here twice. You have the Ace of Swords as well. So there's definitely going to be new vibration, new offers, new opportunities, possibly even new people that come from this. But I do feel like there could be an unexpectedly new dynamic in a situation that was causing you difficulty just because you detached from it. I feel like there's an air of mystery about you here. And as you withdraw, it's making you more magnetic or more alluring. So, zodiac signs in your spread that could be around you or in your chart. Cancer, Leo, Pisces, Libra, Taurus. And this is what I love that y'all, the cards just be knowing things, right? Who came out repetitively? The Empress. And what season did we just move into? Taurus season. The Empress rules Taurus and Libra. I love when the cards just know what's happening. It makes me feel so validated with the cards as well. All right, so let's get your ending oracle here from the Starseed Oracle. You have the Blue Flame. Spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. All right, the Blue Flame. I know there is somebody on this channel that has been a very consistent watcher and supporter that their name is the Blue Flame. So hopefully, Blue Flame, you did watch this reading since you came through as the ending oracle. But here we go, Pisces. This is a very, 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 very connected card to all of this. Well, listen to this. This is a card of awakening and energetic upgrades. Perhaps you're going through a period of spontaneous awakening, receiving visions and having experiences that are out of the ordinary. In the West, little is known about the process of spontaneous awakening, and it can feel very scary when we're going through it alone. Elsewhere, they can be seen as auspicious experiences, with those going through them being treated with tender care. The blue beings are thought to be activating beings with great potential for healing and upgrading our cellular structures. They appear in the moments of extreme awakening, activating a physical kundalini awakening and deep cellular and DNA healing. Many people glamorize the awakening process. However, in reality, it's much messier and much more difficult than most of us believe. Third time hearing the word difficult. Number 3. Wow, this reading is crazy. Okay, we must first let go of what we think we know for sure and how we make sense of the world. This isn't easy. The awakening process, even when it's spontaneous, takes a considerable amount of time to integrate. An awakening without integration can leave us feeling very ungrounded. If you're in the midst of an awakening, the process never ends, but treat this time as deeply sacred and give yourself ample space to ground and integrate the extreme changes you're going through. Yup. I mean, I feel like I had nothing else to say. There you go. And your activation, your time that you're spending, right, integrating this new energetic vibration, it does look like you have some type of detachment or an air of mystery to yourself. And that would make so much sense as to why people are feeling that, because of your energetic upgrade. So this is what I have here for you, my beautiful, wonderful, amazing Pisces. Pay attention to the 3s. If they have not made themselves known, there is no way, shape, how, and form that they will not. If you watch this reading, you will find it somewhere, somehow, with the way these 3s, like sometimes with numbers, I know it's like a weird explanation, but that's just the best way I can explain it to people. When you feel like the number is like almost like throwing up on you, where it's just like everywhere you turn, that's when you know the number is holding a message and meaning for that moment. And the 3s have very much thrown up in this reading. So this is what I have here for you, Pisces. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Sorry that you got this reading a day late, but at least you got it, right? And I'll see and talk to all of y'all very, very soon. Bye now, Pisces.